It's too late. We're going to do chapter 8. Here we go. In the 3rd year of the reign of Belshazzar, the sovereign, a vision appeared to me, Daniel, after the one that appeared to me the first time. And I looked in the vision, and it came to be, while I was looking, that I was in the citadel of Shushan. Hello, Renee. We got past 7 and we are hitting 8. Before it rains, we're going to do the 8, right? 8 before it's too late. Okay, in Shushan, yeah, which is the province of Elam. And I looked in the vision, and I was by the river Uli. Verse 3, and I lifted up my eyes and looked, and I saw a ram standing beside the river. And it had 2 horns, and the 2 horns were high, and the one was higher than the other, and the higher one came up last. I saw the ram pushing westward and northwestward and southwestward. Pardon me, I said that wrong. And I saw the ram, yeah, I said it right, pushing westward and westward and northwestward. Oh, I keep reading that word wrong. It says westward and north. I don't know why I'm getting stung on this. And I saw the ram pushing westward and northward and southward. It don't say nothing about eastward. So that no beast could stand before him, and there was no one to deliver from his hand, while he did as he pleased, and became great. So the ram, usually is going to be the lamb, right? The lamb is now the ram, right? Let's see what we see, though. Color something. Verse 5. And I was observing and saw a male goat came from the west over the surface of all the arets without touching the ground. So he's flying, right? And the goat had a conspicuous horn between its eyes. So it was a unicorn goat. Verse 6. And he came to the ram that had 2 horns, which I had seen standing beside the river, and ran at him in the rage of his power. And I saw him come close to the ram, and he became embittered. Means he was angered, right? Embittered against him, and smote the ram, and broke his 2 horns. And there was no power in the ram to withstand him, but he threw him down to the ground and trampled on him, and there was no one to deliver the ram from his hand. See, that these are some weird dreams. You get that? Verse 8. We're at 8:8, okay? Chapter 8, verse 8. And the male goat became very great, because when he was strong, the large horn was broken, and in place of it 4 conspicuous ones came up toward the 4 winds, toward the four winds of the Shemaim. So this unicorn goat lost his horn in the fight, and he got four more. Maybe that's the four beasts that Daniel had in the dream before. Verse 9. And from one of them came a little horn, which became exceedingly great toward the south, and toward the east, and toward the splendid land. Excuse me. Number 10. And it became great up to the host of the Shemaim, and it caused some of the host and some of the stars to fall to the Eretz, and trampled them down. Of course, we know who makes the stars fall, right? Verse 11. If you don't know, Satan brought a whole bunch of stars with him, right? Verse 11. It even exalted itself as high as the prince of the host, and it took that which is continual away from him, and threw down the foundation, and threw down the foundation of his set apart place. I think that continuality was if you look at Isaiah at chapter 9, I think it is, or chapter 6, one or the other, when it's talking about the names, the father of continuality. You got to look that up and see if it matches. Okay, he took it, which is continuality, or continual away from him, and threw down the foundations of his set apart place. So this means the temple was brought down, right? So this already happened, right? Verse 12. And because of transgression, an army was given over to the horn to oppose that which is continual. And it threw the truth down to the ground, and it acted and prospered. Okay, so that means commerce, probably whatever, whether it doesn't say whether that's capitalism or communism or what, but it's some kind of commerce. Verse 13. Then I heard a certain set apart one speaking, and another set apart one saying to that certain one who was speaking, till when is the vision? In other words, what time frame are we looking at, right? Concerning that which is continual, and the transgressions that lays waste, to make both the set apart place, and that's the temple, right, and the host to be trampled underfoot. Verse 14. And he said to me, for 2,300 evenings and mornings, it's 2,300 days, right? Then that which is Kodesh shall be made right. So what is holy shall be put back in its right place, right? That was verse 14. Verse 15. And it came to be when I, Daniel, had seen the vision, that I sought understanding, and see, before me stood one having the appearance of a mighty man. And I heard and I heard a man's voice between the banks of Eula, that's the river, right? Who called and said, Gabriel, make this man understand the vision. Okay, so somebody told Gabriel to explain it to the man, to Daniel, right? Verse 17. He then came near where I stood, and when he came, I feared and I fell on my face. But he said to me, Understand, son of man, for the vision is for the time of the end. Verse 18. And as he was speaking with me, I fell stunned upon my face to the ground, but he touched me and made me stand upright, straight. And said, Look, I am making known to you what shall take place in the latter time of the wrath, for at the appointed time shall be the end. The ram which you saw having two horns are are the sovereigns of the Medes and the Persians. Who'd have thought? The ram with the two horns is the Medes and the Persians. So we know about that, right? So I think Persia is Iran. And so the ram being brought down by the goat is significant of Iran being brought down, right? Verse 21. And the male goat is, and you know what? The Medes and the Persians have taken over that area surrounding Israel. They, by proxy, have had war with Israel. All the little countries supporting them to attack Israel, one at a time, back and forth, trying to wear out Israel, right? Verse 20. The ram which you saw having two horns are the sovereigns of the Medes and Persians, and the male goat is the sovereign of Yom, Greece, of Greece. And the large horn between its eyes is the first sovereign, Alexandria the Great. Okay, so Alexander the Great is the first horn of the goat. Let me read that again. 21. And the male goat is the sovereign of Yon, or Greece. And the large horn between its eyes is the first sovereign, Alexandria. So we started this, the end times started with Alexandria the Great, right? And that it was broken and four stood up in its place is the four rulership arising out of that nation, but not in its power. And in the latter time of their rule, when the transgressors have filled up their measure, a sovereign fierce of face and skilled at integrity shall stand up. That's the leopard, right? And his power shall be mighty. This is verse 24. And his power shall be mighty, but not by his own power. And he shall increase incredibly, and shall prosper and thrive and destroy mighty men and the set apart people. What? The Greeks people or the goat people are going to be against the set apart people, right? That's not good. Verse 25. And through his skill He shall make deceit prosper in his hand, and hold himself to be great in the heart, and be great in his heart, and destroy many who are at ease, and even stand against the prince of princes. Yet without hand he shall be broken. Yet without hand. So nobody's going to have to put hands on him to stop him, right? Verse 26. And what was said in the vision of the evening and the morning, the evenings and the mornings, is truth. And hide the vision, for it is after many yomim, or many days. Verse 27. And I, Daniel, was stricken and became sick for days, or yomim. Then I rose up and went about the sovereign's work, and I was amazed at the vision, but there was no understanding. So even though he saw it, and Gabriel explained it to him, because he doesn't know what's happening in the future, he couldn't understand it at all. He said there was no understanding. God bless you. God keep you. Yahuwah. Yahuwah keep you. Yahuwah bless you. Hallelujah.